You know, today Mr. Mufareh is sharing a great deal with you and I in the Victory with Ash back office. Yesterday, the 12th, he left a message back there. I would recommend everybody go back there and read it. It's really, really good. It gives you an idea of where we're at. Today, I want to talk about an individual that most people want nothing to do with. And that is the skeptic, that individual that really has a contrarian attitude about everything. They really do. But the skeptic, they are in Victory with Ash. They're there. Now, I think the majority of the people, you're not in that category, but there are people there. They are just flat out skeptics. And when you start to think about a skeptic, and believe me, I know a great deal about this because at one time I was one of them. And the skeptic, they really need to pull their head out of the sand and start to believe something, to trust somebody. It's really, really difficult to move forward if your attitude is always contrarian. So I want to talk about the skeptic a little bit today. And again, I know that most people don't want to deal with a skeptic, and I don't blame you, and most people should not deal with a skeptic. Because a skeptic, they are loaded for bear. They're usually very, very smart. They know what they're doing, and they've got their ducks in a row. So if you're going to hit them head on, you better know what you're doing. But here's what I get from the skeptics that are in Victory with Ash. They're there. They'll come at me and they'll go, you know, Mike, okay, I'm in Victory with Ash. Well, that's terrific. But what do we really have? We don't have a business. I don't know the organization. All I know is Mr. Mufareh. I don't know the pay scale. I don't know the commission structure. I don't know the products. I don't know anything about the company, how it works, how it's organized. There's no way for me to come in and actually make money. And it goes on from there. There is more, believe me. And as I listen to the skeptic, I see what they're seeing, but I also understand what they're not seeing. And that's the important part. You know, when a skeptic comes in and they get on the platform and they see all the negative stuff, you have to stop them a little bit and explain to them there is a process. You will never come into any business. You will never start any business unless there is a process, a way forward from point A to point B, from developing everything that's in the company to getting everything working together, to be ready to rock and roll when you do launch and the money starts coming in. You have to have that process. And what the skeptic is not seeing, they're not seeing all the things that Mr. Mufareh is doing behind the curtain. And it's really not behind the curtain anymore because Mr. Mufareh has come out and he has told us exactly what he's doing. There are no secrets here. There is no ambiguity. Mr. Mufareh has told us this is what we're going to do. This is what we have to do. This is the process that will take us to the big, bold, beautiful, new dream business. And he's told us everything. The skeptic, they kind of pass that by. But Mike, where? Well, you need to go through this process in order to get to that point where you have a product to sell, where you can make a commission, where you can make money, where you can all of a sudden find that financial independence and freedom. You have to go through this process. And Mr. Mufareh, the process is very simple right now. You have to come into Victory with Ash. It is a platform that Mr. Mufareh will upload all of those individuals that are going to be coming with him, and it is a place where they will be as he moves them over into the big, bold, beautiful new business. Flat and simple. That's what it is. You have to be there. But it's more than that. The Victory with Ash platform, it is an educational platform. And of course, the skeptic goes, I don't need any education. I just want to come in. I just want to sell. I just want to make money. You're wrong. We can all use education. And this isn't months and years. This is going to happen very, very quickly. But he wants you to come on the Victory with Ash. He doesn't want you just to sit there. He doesn't want you to just be idle. He doesn't want it to be stagnant. It is a learning platform. And the things that we're going to be learning, understand this. These things that we're going to be learning are the things that he and his team have done over decades. And they're things that have been successful for them. They flat out know that if you implement the things that they're going to be teaching us, they will be successful. Not only that, but they line up with everything that Mr. Mufareh is doing with the big, bold, beautiful, new dream business. Okay? It's really, really important to understand that. I will come on. I will go through those educational modules. I will look at everything. I will read everything. I will get on every live that there is. Do they have anything to teach me? I don't know. I don't know. I've been through so many educational platforms that were going to give me the secret of online marketing, and none of them ever had the whole picture. But I did get little gems. I got a gym here, I got a gym here, I got a gym here, and I was able to put pieces together to come online and actually be successful in a sense. Mr. Mufareh and his team are going to be sharing things with us. I'm going to go through everything. Why? Maybe there's a gym here. Maybe there's a gym here. Maybe there are things that I can put into my arsenal of tools that will make me better. Now, I believe with what Mr. Mufareh is going to be sharing with each and every one of us, that you're going to be able to do what's taken me 15 years. You're going to be able to do that in 30, 60 days. I really do. Now, obviously, the skill sets, you're not going to have that with the teaching. Those are things you have to practice, you have to do. But that's part of Victory with Ash. This is what the skeptic isn't seeing. And when the skeptic starts to see what Mr. Mufareh is putting in front of them, something really special happens, and it scares them. All of a sudden, they start to see what you see, and that hope comes into them, that little spark of hope. It scares them. Why? Because when you start hoping, all of a sudden you start to believe. And when you start to believe, all of a sudden you start taking actions. And when you start taking actions and you're believing, you're in. And the worst thing that can happen is not the success, but the disappointment if it doesn't work. And that disappointment, it is frightening because these individuals have probably gone through a great deal of disappointment in their life. Mr. Mufareh is bringing clarity to the table. There are no secrets. He's not hiding anything. And what he's doing, the process that he's going through, will take us to the big, bold, beautiful new business. Now, I'm not going to talk about the business because I can speculate. I understand markets. I understand products. I understand what Mr. Mufareh is doing, but I'm not going to talk about that. I've talked about that a great deal in the past. When Mr. Mufareh introduces them, I'll talk about them in nausea. But what we have right now should let that hope boil up and turn into actual action, turn into belief, turn into action. Most people cannot stand the skeptic. I absolutely love the skeptic. And I'll tell you why. If you can bring the hope to that skeptic, if you can bring belief to that skeptic, if you can have them, he or she take action, it is a very, very special thing. You will have someone that will go through fire for you and with you. This is something so unique, so marvelous. It's why I love the skeptics. There's something very, very special. And if you'll come in, if you are a skeptic, you'll come in, listen to what Mr. Mufareh is saying. See how quickly we're moving and see what's right in front of you. Yeah, I know the questions are out there. Can I answer some of them? I can, but I won't. I won't do that until Mr. Mufareh is ready to set us free and we can run. And it's coming. If you go into the back office, into the Victory with Ash back office, if you look at the last note, you're going to see that things are happening quickly. Mr. Mufareh isn't resting on his laurels. He's moving and moving quickly. And when you see what he's doing, that hope will come up. And it'll come up in a very, very strong way. Your belief system will start to change. The actions will happen. And I can tell you flat out, you won't be alone. So come on in. I hope people can relate to this, especially the skeptic. And I know most of the people out there aren't in this category, but I wanted to bring it up. They are here. They are amongst us. They are on the Victory with Ash platform. They're there. But we want them there. They can be a tremendous ally, and I believe in the future, as Mr. Mufareh reveals more and more and more, they will be. And we're just in a great position because of our community, how we're growing, how things are changing, and how everything is changing in your life for the benefit of the things that are coming. I hope this makes sense, guys. I wanted to come out, talk about that just a little bit because they are amongst us. So that's it for today. Everybody have a great weekend. It's Thursday, the 13th of November, 2025. Great things are coming toward us. Read the note in the back office. And from there, we'll just absolutely see you on the inside. Take care.